India has reported another record high number of new coronavirus infections, more than 350,000 in 24 hours. The US, UK and the European Union are sending medical supplies, including oxygen, which hospitals need to treat COVID-19 patients. Clinics are now at full capacity and turning people away.
Crowds waiting for a shot of hope. As the coronavirus devastates India, people queue outside a vaccination centre in Mumbai. Even though the country is a major coronavirus vaccine maker, many fear there is not enough to go around. In many parts of the country, ill people are queuing outside hospitals. They desperately need treatment. In Delhi, Animesh Kumar is looking after a family member. They've been turned away from 2 hospitals already. Oxygen in the ambulance is running out. His condition is serious. We're standing here in the middle of the road without oxygen or hope. Hospitals too are running out of oxygen. They are already caring for so many patients with COVID-19 that wards are full. The few deliveries that do arrive are simply not enough to save the patients with COVID-19. I brought him to the hospital and we waited for hours to get him admitted. They didn't let me go in with him. I was trying to contact him all day yesterday. He had a mobile phone but didn't answer my calls. Today the hospital called me to tell me he had died. The government is rushing to open new COVID-19 wards like this one, a brand new centre in Delhi. They say even more beds will be available soon. We're working on increasing the number of oxygen beds on a large scale. Within the next few days, we will increase the capacity to 2,000 to 5,000 beds. We are also preparing 200 beds at the intensive care unit there. But new hospital wards come too late for many victims of COVID-19. At mass cremation sites like this one outside the capital, Delhi, the pandemic's grisly toll is clear.
And I'm now joined by DW correspondent Nimisha Jaiswal. She is in Delhi for us. Hi, Nimisha. So it is now the 6th consecutive day that cases are above 300,000. And it's being said that this is not even the real number of cases.
Yes, Christine, there are definitely concerns that the actual predominance of the virus right now in India might be much higher than surging numbers that we are currently reporting. There are reports coming out that many people who have symptoms and have had symptoms for days are unable to access the test because diagnostic systems are also stretched so thin that even getting the results is taking days after being tested. In addition, cities like New Delhi, which are showing a dip in numbers, have also seen a 40% fall in the number of tests they're carrying out. So this may well be a false dip that we are seeing in some cities. In addition, crematoria are absolutely overflowing. Multiple local and national journalists have come out with reports saying that the deaths they are seeing, the COVID protocol deaths in the cremation grounds, are far higher than those being reported.
Nimisha, how are people reacting to the government's handling of the pandemic?
Well, the despair that we are seeing across the country in hospitals as well as in homes is also translating into anger now every passing day. There has always in the past been 2 firmly entrenched groups of government detractors and supporters. Now we're seeing more and more people who generally support the government come out and question why exactly India is going through this massive crisis, question why the Prime Minister continued to hold rallies, and question why the government has not taken the coronavirus more seriously. Even long-standing, strong supporters of the government within the media have to come out and ask what exactly happened here.
And how has the government responded to this criticism?
But the government is not taking any criticism well so far. It is absolutely refusing firmly to admit any kind of mistakes on its part. Over the last week, we have heard about the government asking Twitter to take down tweets that are critical of its handling of the pandemic. And just earlier today, the government put out a very strong statement from the embassy in Australia, criticizing an article in an Australian newspaper that blamed the Modi government for its handling of the crisis, saying that this is misleading and malicious. So the government repeatedly says that they are doing their best, that the vaccine rollout is strong, that India responded well to the crisis in the beginning, and that they will investigate why the surge is happening, but they refuse to admit any mismanagement on their part.
All right, that's DW correspondent Nimisha Jaiswal reporting for us in Delhi. We'll be touching base with her throughout the day. Thank you, Nimisha. And Germany's Chancellor Angela Merkel has confirmed that Germany is sending medical aid to India as part of an international effort to bring the COVID-19 crisis there under control.
We'll work with other countries to ensure that we can help India. We're working hard on finding ways to get oxygen production facilities there. The whole of Europe is working on that, and I also discussed this with the Prime Minister of Portugal today. They're currently holding the EU presidency. We want to do everything we can to help India.
And here's a look at some other major developments in the pandemic. The United States will start sharing up to 60 million doses of AstraZeneca vaccine with other countries in the next few weeks. The shot is not yet authorized for use in the United States, which has been under pressure to share more of its vaccine supply with the world. And Turkey is imposing a full nationwide lockdown set to last until the middle of May. The number of new infections in the country soared to record levels this month. And Brazil's health regulator has denied permission to import Russia's Sputnik V vaccine, citing a lack of information guaranteeing its safety, quality and effectiveness.